Welcome to the Chris Hanna Show. Welcome to the last episode of Season 2 of the Chris Hanna Show. It's been a heck of a journey this season. We've gone through quite a bit, talking about change, talking about career, what do you want to do in life. I want to come full circle, and I want to talk about some of those same themes again for the final episode of this season. Topic today is, what do you want to be doing? The truth is that life is too short to spend it doing anything other than what you love. So many people are unhappy. They are miserable. You look at engagement scores across many different industries across the world, especially here in North America, but across the world, engagement is really low for a lot of organizations because people are miserable doing the work that they do. They don't find value in it. They certainly don't find fulfillment in it. It's really tough for a lot of businesses to move the needle in a way that motivates their staff and their team and their leaders to be happy and excited about what they're doing. Right? A lot of people are doing roles that they've honestly fallen into in some ways too. They haven't planned that this is the path that they wanted to go, but they've fallen into a career or a role that pays the bills or maybe comes close to hopefully paying the bills, but it's nothing that they're passionate about. So there's an opportunity for you to figure out what it is that you really truly want to do. And if you are ambitious and you want to achieve more in life in terms of being successful, happy, or fulfilled, you need to figure out, what do you need to do to get to where you want to be? Because it really sucks to be miserable and to be unhappy. And you spend so much time working in your life, right? Between sleep and work and other commitments, almost a third of your day could be tied up in just work. So you might as well enjoy what you do. So what do you want to do in life? Like what is your passion? If you think 5 years out, do you want to be doing the same role that you're doing now? I asked this question to a lot of staff over the years. I've always asked, if you're doing the same role 5 years from now, how would you feel? And some people are fine. They're like quite content. And some people are like, oh, I don't want to do that in 5 years. Okay, what about 3 years? Oh, I don't want to do that in 3 years either. I don't want to do that in 2 or 1. You start moving the time horizon up or down and asking yourself this question. It can be very motivating to think about it this way. Do you want to be in the same role 5, 10, 20 years from now or 1 year from now? If you don't, and you know that to be a definitive answer, well, then it sounds like you have some work to do. There's things that you need to start doing to move yourself in the direction that you want to go. Now, if you don't want to be doing this role that you're currently in, then you need to do something about it. Maybe the role exists in your organization that you truly want. Well, work with, whether it's your leader or others around you, to try and figure out, how do you best get to that position? Are there courses that you need to take? Is there some professional development that you need to invest in for yourself to get to that role? Could you job shadow to understand more of the requirements of what that position looks like? Maybe that position that you really truly want, the role that you're passionate about, doesn't exist at the organization. Well, maybe it's time to look elsewhere. Because I've said this before, is that organizations, when they decide that you are no longer a fit, they're not going to hesitate to make a move. So why do a lot of people, when they know that the organization that they work for isn't the right fit for them, do they hold on taking any action? If it doesn't work for you anymore, it's time to move on. It's time to start making the right moves to leave and seek better things. But you have to decide, is this what you want to do? And if the answer is no, you got to take action. You got to commit to doing whatever you need to do. Now, it can be hard and it can be scary to leave a role or an organization. right? There is that familiarity and that comfort that you have if you've been in a position or a company for a number of years. And jumping to something new, of course, can't be understated how difficult that decision can be. And it's a risk, of course. You might as well live your life doing things that you love to do. And if the role you have you're not happy in, try and find the role that you can be excited about. Far too often people are frustrated or they dread Mondays because it's the start of a new week for them. Because they're going to work in a world where they're not thriving, they're just surviving because they're not happy. And then they look forward to Friday, but before you know it, the weekend's done and then you're back to work again. So finding a role that you can be passionate about is important. But you have to know whether this is going to be something that you're going to do and you're going to take action on. Because life, again, is way too short to do anything other than what you love. Throughout this season, I've talked a lot about making choices and deciding to take action. The power is up to you to decide what you want to do. It's your choice if you decide that you want to move into a different position or look for a different opportunity. Or maybe even go it alone. Go and become a solopreneur or an entrepreneur and start your own business, doing something that you're passionate about. It's your call, but ultimately try and find something where it allows you to work in an area where you can be really strong. Work in your strength zone. Do what you're passionate about. If there's a way to make money for others or save people time, that can make a world of difference. I think that if you have an opportunity to monetize giving people their time back, you'll be really successful. But ultimately, you got to figure out what it is that you want and decide, would you regret not doing something? Because if you're going to regret missing out on something, maybe it's worthwhile then making the call and deciding to go chase what you really, truly want to be doing. It's not going to be easy because being successful is not going to just fall into your lap. Sometimes you might strike some luck and get what you want, but to maintain that and sustain that takes effort. It takes commitment. And ultimately, it takes some sacrifice. But you have to decide what you want to do, when you want to do it. That call is up to you. You decide your life. You choose your path. The decision is always yours. So until next time, thank you for listening to this episode of The Chris Hannah Show. If you've got ideas, if you want to talk about what your career is, where it's going, what you're doing, looking for advice, happy to connect and chat. Follow me on social media, Chris Hannah Show on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram. Also, thank you for subscribing and sharing to podcasts as well. I really appreciate it. Season 3 is coming right around the corner. Got some great episodes coming up and really looking forward to sharing the next season of The Chris Hannah Show. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Chris Hannah Show. As always, the latest episodes are available to listen and subscribe to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also follow The Chris Hannah Show on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter for more resources and solutions, including blog posts, toolkits, ebooks, speaking sessions, and more. Visit chrishannah.ca today. We look forward to connecting again with you soon for another episode of The Chris Hannah Show.